Da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-dum. What does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Oh, hi there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game preview to the special Kickstarter preview. And today I'm very excited to be checking out the Opulent from Black Locust Games. This is for 1 to 4 players, ages let's say about 8, 9, 10 plus. It'll take about 30 to 90 minutes to play. And in the Opulent, you are going to be taken back to the 1920s, and you are going to be taking control of a bar, different areas of the bar. You're going to be making drinks and letting people in and playing music, trying to get people to spend money at your bar in this cooperative game with episodic content. You're actually going to be playing through 10 different years where different things will happen. Let's open it up and I'll show you how it works. Alright then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of the Opulent. First and foremost, I do want to mention this is the promotional copy I have in front of me, so take everything you see here with a grain of salt. So first we got our handy dandy rule booklet. It's about 30 to 40 pages. It is a very lengthy, in-depth rule booklet. It is a beast to read, but with that being said, it will tell you exactly how to play, and it is a well-done rule booklet aside from its large size. So in the Opulent, you are going to be running a bar. You're going to be running every aspect of the bar. You're going to have a manager who's managing every little thing. You're going to have a bartender who's making up drinks and deciding who gets their drinks first and then pushing their luck, trying to roll dice to get the drinks to people. You're going to have a doorman who's rolling dice, deciding who's going to get into the bar. But like a normal bar, if other people get in before you, when you were in front of them in line, people are going to be angry. People might be less likely to spend money there. Then, of course, you got to have music playing, so you're going to have your dance floor going up here, and you're going to be having to play the music. Yes, play the music, which is actually a little bit of a set collection game. So as you can see, there is a lot going on in the Opulent. It's not a complex game, but there's so much to go on. This would be like a 30-minute video if it went everything. So I'm going to try and give you a brief overview of everything going on here. So first, let's talk about the components, then we'll get a little bit into how the game is going to play. So we talked about how each little area is going to have their own little card right here. So let's go over the different cards. First over here, you got the bartender. It's got the list of things he can do, the different actions he can take. And then down here, he's going to have his ingredients, his beer, his whiskey, his ice, and his fruit. Because each different person that comes into the bar is going to want different things. Mobsters just want beer. Politicians, on the other hand, are going to want liquor and ice. Celebrities are going to want liquor and ice and fruit because, they're fancy. They're also going to have a couple dice that they're going to be rolling, as I said, because it's a push your luck aspect, to see if they can serve all the different drinks to the different people. And they're going to have a bunch of people up here waiting for their drinks. Next, you're going to have the doorman right here. You probably should have started with the doorman first, but the doorman is going to be letting people into the bar. And so this is going to be the line of people that is waiting to get into the bar. Now, you may notice that there's some orange cubes on top of this. That's the money that they're going to spend at the bar. That's how you're going to win the game. Because in order to win the game, you're going to have to get a certain amount of money based on the scenario you are playing. Because this is kind of a legacy-esque game where if you play it with a consistent group of people, campaign, this is what it's called, you're going to have different things going on in each of the campaigns for different years, which means you're going to have different money, different mobsters, various different things happening, because there is a lot of variability. But in the first game, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying to get 20 bucks, and then, of course, get your business license, well, because you need a business license. So in essence, you're going to be trying to get 30 bucks before all the people leave the bar. You're going to do that by making the people happy, playing good music for them, getting them their drinks, not getting drinks to people, before, other people that were in line before them, not making them wait outside too long, putting them in the VIP, doing various different things to keep them happy. And of course, some celebrities might pop up here and there, because there is just, as I mentioned, tons of different things going on. So, they're at the door. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be rolling these 5 colored dice right here that will have different colors on them. And the colors on the back of the characters is going to match with the different colors, and that's how you're going to decide who gets into the bar. Also, you can decide to discard a die to re-roll as many as you want. You can also schmooze with people out here, which just puts orange cubes back on them, so they'll be more likely to spend money. Now, there's 5 spots up here. Also, you have people waiting around the corner, and if they're waiting around the corner and they spawn over here, they're only going to start with $2 because they're already a little bit frustrated because, they have to wait in line. So over here's the doorman. He's going to be trying to get people into the bar so that hopefully that they can go drink or that they can go over to the dance floor. And someone is going to be in charge of the dance floor over here. And they're going to have a song that they're trying to play. Now, this looks like Greek. And when you first read it, you're going to be like, what? But in actuality, it's really simple to figure out. This is essentially just how many you need to get someone off the dance floor to make them happy. So, let's take a look right here. This symbol right here is what is called a beat, which essentially this is going to be worth 1 point. You also can get, this is the one you want to see, this is a 4 beat, the little circle guy right there. So that's going to be worth 4. But you're going to be drawing from the different piles right here, and there's a set collection aspect going, and you're going to want to match up the different things. So let's take a look at the card real quick. You're going to be paying attention to what this little symbol is right here because you want to stay on tone, you want to stay on beat, because if you don't, people will be less likely to spend money there. And you're going to need to stay on tone and on beat by drawing these cards from the woodwind, the brass, the percussion, and the strings, which are the cards right here. They're all pretty much the same, but they'll have different symbols and different numbers right there that you can utilize. You also, if you don't get the right cards you want, can choose to draw more cards, but if you draw more cards, more people are going to come to the club, which means more people are going to be waiting in line because they're going to be hearing about your music, because the themes and the mechanisms kind of go pretty well hand in hand in this game. So we have the dance floor over here, we got our bar over here, we got our doorman over here, and last but not least, you got the manager up here. He's the jack of all trades. He's going to be doing 2 different actions each turn. And as you can see, he's got a laundry list of actions right here. It looks like a lot, but in actuality, when you're the manager, you kind of just got your thumb in everything, kind of true to life. Another interesting aspect of this game is you might notice this card right here. You got your hand shaken because this game is set in the 1920s when it was bootlegging, when it was illegal to have alcohol. So you have to make a deal with one of the mafias in the game, either the Italian mafia or the Irish mafia. Now, one is cheaper than the other, and one is more likely to have you get roughed up because if you have a deal with the Irish mafia and the Italian mafia comes up, when an Italian mafia guy gets into the bar, he's going to rough you up a little bit, figuratively speaking, of course, and you're going to lose a little bit of money. But each player is going to take their turn, starting with the doorman, going to here, to there, to the manager, at which point he's going to draw what's called an event card. The event cards will do a wide range of things. So, for instance, right here, suspicious character. A suspicious character in the club has the bartender on edge. All drinks are going to be a little bit more difficult to make for 2 turns. As I mentioned, it's a push your luck game. We're going to be having to guess, how many dice you're going to need in order to make the drinks, and this is going to be making drinks a little bit more difficult for your bartender at the time. You may also notice the little hat down there. That's how many people are going to come to the doorman who want to get in to the bar. If you ever get more than 10 people right here, people are just going to leave, which means their money is completely going to be, you're not going to get any of their money. Sound investment. William York is impressed with club operations and increases his investment. Receive $5 if William is in the club. And William is going to be one of the different people in the game. There's going to be lots of different people. These are all the people that you're not going to be putting in the game when you play the introductory game. So these are the people you're going to be playing with. And each person is going to have their own unique backstory on the back. So let's talk a little bit more about the people in the game, because there's just tons of stuff to talk about here. So there's going to be a couple different kinds. You're going to have mobsters, aristocrats, politicians. You're going to have what are called regulars. And regulars, you just have to get them in the door, and they're happy to be there. Give them a couple beers, and they're good to go. But they are important to the club. You're also going to have celebrities. And as your club gets more popular as you go through the campaign, you're going to get bigger and better celebrities in there. And when you make the celebrities happy by putting in a VIP room, that is going to make everybody else in the bar happy. For instance, if a celebrity is in your line waiting to get in, normally, if someone cuts in line to get into the bar, like James O'Neill, this monster down here, everybody else is going to be ticked off. But if it's a celebrity, like, all right, it's a celebrity, whatever. So, thematically, it all works there. So what else have I not mentioned? So I also mentioned there is a campaign in this game. How that works is when you first finish the game, you're going to finish with X amount of dollars, and then you can decide to build more things to make your bar a little bit better. Slot machines, an ice chest, You can hire people, cocktail waitress, which means it's going to be a little bit easier for the bartender. You can make the maitre d'. You got your trumpeter, which will make it a little bit easier for the band leader. So as you can see, lots of stuff going on. I almost forgot to mention this right here. You're going to have events throughout history that will be mixed into the event deck based on whichever year you are playing through the campaign to give it a little bit more flavor. But overall, you're going to be trying to run your bar successfully, make deals with the different mobs, make drinks, play good music, let people into the door, keep celebrities happy, and do all sorts of things of that ilk in the Opulent. Alrighty then, the Opulent from Black Locust Games, coming to a Kickstarter you very, very soon. Who might be digging this game? First and foremost, if you're looking for a cooperative game, if you're looking for a family game, this is going to scratch both of those itches. It's 100% fully cooperative. And also, while you may be saying, wow, it looked like there was a lot of stuff going on for it to be a family game, in actuality, each job is just its own little bite-sized chunk of a minigame. So you just have to master what you're doing and make your decisions because the other people are going to be doing their own little minigame. So while it does look like a lot to take in, it's not actually that much to take in when you're learning the game. Next, if you're looking for a game where the theme comes across really well, this one comes across. You really feel the love put into this game, and theme and mechanisms and mechanics just all work very nicely together. You're going to be serving out booze. You're going to be making deals with one or the other side of the mafia, and when the other guy comes into your bar, he's going to be roughing you up and taking your money, and then you're going to be having to worry about getting raided, but then you're going to be hiring lookouts, and then historical things are going to happen that fit from the time era. And everything just works together really well. And you can tell that this was a passion project for them. I mean, you look at all the patrons in the game, and each one has its own individual backstory. What game does that? Games don't do that anymore. Yeah, maybe when they have 4, 5, 6 characters, there's like 30, 40 characters here, each with their own little backstory. Also, lots of asymmetrical, lots of variability in this game. Each game you play is going to be different depending on who's coming to your club, when they get into your club, when the regulars get into your club, which regulars are getting into your club. Are you going to have those stupid regulars that will just sit at the bar and just clog up your bar, or sit on the dance floor and clog up the dance floor, just sit at the door? You're going to have to deal with that sort of thing. And it makes some cool decisions here and there, and you never know exactly what's going to happen next, especially with the event deck pumping up the randomness of what could possibly happen. Last but not least, if you're looking for a game that will grow as you play it, this one definitely might fit that bill, because if you're playing it in the quote-unquote legacy style, now let me reassure you, that doesn't mean you're going to get 10 games out of this and then you'll be done with it forever. This isn't a true legacy game, but each game you play, if you're playing the campaign, is going to build on the other one. So you're going to be hiring new people and getting new things like an ice machine that'll give you more ice, you'll be able to serve more booze, various different things like that, so it will grow. Last but not least, if you are a solo gamer, I think solo gamers are really going to get a kick out of this game, because when you're playing with numerous players, you have to split up all these different things, but with a solo gamer, you get to have complete control over everything at the bar, and it all works very seamlessly well together, especially if you decide to bump up the difficulty. But that is the Opulent from Black Locust Games. It looks like it might be your cup of tea. Be sure to check out the Kickstarter link below in the comments below. Let me know, bars, clubs, or just drinking at home. What is your preference? It used to be clubs for me. I used to go to this one club called Pierre's in Fort Wayne all the time. It was the best. They had a big dance floor, and they had a concert hall, and they had a karaoke bar, and they had a sports bar. It was just like, it was like Willy Wonka back then, the chocolate factory. It was just to get happy. But now I like to drink at home. I don't go out to bars too much. But let me know in the comments below, where do you prefer to drink? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.